Hi, I'm Aaron Brims, Fire Chief here at American Fork City, and welcome to the busiest fire station in Utah County. Last year we had 3,182 calls for service. As a measuring stick, the next highest fire station in the county was less than half of that. We stay very busy and we do a great job. In fact, American Fork Fire Rescue has the second best home insurance rating in the state, in part because of our excellent fire and medical service. But as growth increases in our city, so does the demand on our current fire station. Our rating is in jeopardy of slipping, which could mean higher home insurance rates for our community. A 4 to 6 minute response time is the national standard for emergency calls. Even with our great service, we are still only covering 70% of our city within that response time due to the distance from our current fire station. However, with a new fire station, we will be able to reach 90% of our community within the recommended 4 to 6 minute standard. Last year, 34% of our calls came in at the same time. This means we're sending out multiple emergency units and essentially clearing out the fire station. If we had another fire station providing coverage last year, the number of concurrent calls would have been dramatically decreased closer to 5%, effectively eliminating the chance that one of our units was already busy when another emergency call came in. With resident safety in mind, we hired a company called ESCI to evaluate our current needs and recommended coverage solutions. They recommended another 2 fire stations immediately, with a total of 5 fire stations at build-out. But by leveraging planned future routes like the Murdoch Connector in the north and the Vineyard Connector in the south, we revised that recommendation to 3 fire stations total for our city, with 1 additional station needed right now. That alone saved our residents roughly $15 million just by planning smart. Considering how busy we are today, our existing coverage gaps, and the growth we are experiencing, it is clear we need a second fire station today. In our analysis, we determined that the northeast part of town would be the best location for the new fire station. And there are a couple of reasons for this. First, due to the distance from our current fire station, the north part of the town is where we have the biggest coverage gap right now. So placing a new fire station in that area will cover all of our residents within a 4 to 6 minute response time. We chose the northeast part of town because the station would be located on a hill, which allows for faster response times. This is beneficial because ambulance and fire trucks are big and heavy and can travel more quickly downhill than up. The second reason is that the northeast area is close to some key community locations, like the Developmental Center, Mount Timpanogos Temple, and the American Fork Hospital. A lot of calls come from these locations, and having another fire station close will help share the coverage with the current fire station. We're asking residents to consider an $8.5 million bond to build a new fire station. But building the station won't cost residents anything extra. That's because the cost for the new fire station will replace the debt we are currently paying for the current police and courts building, which ends next June. The bond will finance construction of a 15,000 square foot fire station in the northeast part of the city. This fire station will include 3 bays for fire and police equipment, a training room for police and fire, and a much needed underground firing range for our police department, who currently travel to Springville and Cedar Fort to practice. This bond will also pay for land acquisition on the southwest part of the city, where we'll eventually need the 3rd fire station. As development occurs and land value increases in the south part of the town, we feel it's important to buy the land now, so we will be ready when the time comes for another fire station. Please vote in favor of a new fire station in this coming general election. Ballots will be mailed October 15th and should be submitted by November 4th. You can also vote in person on November 5th at our library polling station. If approved, construction would begin next year and the new fire station will be completed in 2021. If you want to know more, please visit afcity.org/bond. Please join me in supporting this critical need.